Hello, hello, hello. We are back with some more midweek 999. And I am joined, let's see, I'm your host, PB, and I'm joined by Jacqueline.
Hi, it's me, Jacqueline Swampert, Pokemon Showdown champion.
Oh
She/her
yeah, we
pronouns.
we have the champ in the house.
Yeah, you did it.
I'm here. I'm gracing with my presence. Just kidding, of course. Haha.
Yeah. She's actually
You're
leaving
always
after
gracing us
loading.
with your presence, Jacqueline. You don't need to be a champion to do that.
Let's see, and we're joined by Mac.
Hi, it's me. I've been reliably informed that we speed ran this game.
yeah, when we get to a point where it is clear that we have reached a point of no return, we might then go and return and look at a couple other endings before we get the true ending, because we are on a trail to finish this game faster than maybe intended.
Okay, but here's the other thing. Here's the other thing. We
Yeah.
can just go back and do the other ending.
Uh huh. You're right. We can.
Yeah.
I think we'll have to decide whether it's more fun to do them with the full knowledge of the context of everything, or while there's still some mystery left.
We'll leave it up to you. We'll probably leave it up to you, Mac, because
Uh huh.
ultimately you're the experiencer.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing. I haven't spent the last, well, no, it was actually the next morning where I went, yeah, all right, I speed ran this game. It's fine. I'll accept it. I'll accept the fact that I'll spend all of the other routes
Uh huh.
just being like, well, I know how the mystery goes, but I'm sure there's other stuff that will help.
The
Because
good
Rachel
news
was like,
is, let's see, there is 6 endings to this game.
mm-hmm.
Um, and yeah, you only need to get 2 of them to see the true ending, I believe. Um,
Hmm.
I believe when we go on to Virtue's Last Reward, there are at least 9 endings. I believe there are more that are just bad endings. And
There's a ton of
the
shit.
the flowchart is way more fucked up.
Yeah.
The flow Looking at the flowchart for VLR is a revelation.
Yeah, listen, if you've gone through the stages of acceptance and are like ready to finish this game, I can finish this game and we can go through the other endings like that too. I'm fine with that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think I am like, I want to finish this game and then go back through the other endings because that's how I would play if I was playing this on my own and I just
Yeah,
accidentally stumbled into the true ending just by myself. That's how I'd play the game.
Yep.
absolutely.
Well,
Absolutely.
actually, what I would do is I would look them up and I would watch them on YouTube instead of replaying everything. But it's semantics, semantics, semantics.
Yeah, there's many more choices in VLR. It's actually not too many more choices than in this one. It's more kind of how they present the flowchart is different.
Hmm.
Uh, I don't know. The choices you get to make in VLR are also very. I kind of love how the choices work in that game. It makes
It's
me
great.
happy. There is the first time I made one choice with a character named Alice,
Oh,
and then got that ending. Went back and was like, okay, well, let's see what happens when we make the other choice here. And
uh,
that moment completely fucked with me. It was so good.
hmm. I'm excited when we get to it. We should.
Yep. Sorry. We should play the game that's in front of us right now.
Adak hallway.
Hmm. We had just solved the captain's quarters with the dead captain,
Yeah, we sure had done that.
who was like set up to very obviously not Zero, like the most obvious red herring,
Unless.
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 Mac, any thoughts as to who the fuck that guy is? Is he just the ship's
I
captain?
that guy is just some other guy.
Makes sense.
I have no actual guesses. I'm just like that's you know how we had the 10th man in the safe ending? This is the 11th man.
Uh huh. Yeah. How many
Fucking
fucking people are on this boat?
9
At
hours,
least 15. I'm joking. I'm joking.
27 persons.
Wait. We have
10 doors, I guess. At least.
Well, we have 9 hours and 11 people. I wonder if that's anything.
Huh. Wild.
It makes you think, for sure.
Yeah, think about it.
Really makes you think.
All right. Anyway, they stepped out of the cap. Oh yeah, voices. If I remember right, I'm on Ace, Jacqueline's on Clover, and Mac's still on Junpei.
Junpei.
And
Cool.
I think we're about to meet up with other characters again. I truly do not remember at this point.
Yeah, probably.
They stepped out of the captain's quarters and into another hallway. The hallway stretched out before Junpei for a bit, before turning left like a great backward L.
All right, let's go.
Junpei rounded the corner and took off down the straightaway. He ran. Plop, 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 plop. And ran.
Plop, 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 plop.
And ran. At the end of the hallway was a door.
That's the next door.
He made straight for it.
Wow, so fucking observant. Wait, a piece of paper?
He was nearly half to it when he noticed a piece of paper in the middle of the floor. Junpei skidded to a halt.
This is...
He dropped down on his hands and knees and quickly tore the paper off the floor.
Map of the ship's interior for A deck?
But which one? Junpei, what's wrong? Ace, slightly slower by virtue of his advanced age, had finally caught up to Junpei.
I found a map for this floor.
He showed Ace what he had snatched from the wall. He looked at it long enough to determine what it was and nodded. I see. With that, he began running past Junpei.
Bye.
Leaving.
I should keep this, though.
Junpei shoved the map into his pocket, got up to follow Ace, but something stopped him.
Where's Clover?
He turned around. Clover was nowhere to be seen.
Damn it, what the hell is she up to?
Junpei muttered angrily under his breath and took off back the way he'd come. As he stomped around the corner, he saw her. She was standing in front of the door to the captain's quarters, her hand on the doorknob.
Clover!
Huh?
As Junpei watched, she closed it, gently and quietly.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
What do you mean nothing?
Clover had unconsciously put her hands over the pockets of her jacket as if to hide something.
Okay, I'm not gonna like the answer to this question, but what's that?
What?
You've got something in your pocket. What is it?
Oh, this? This is a note.
A note.
Yeah, I found it in the pocket of the guy with the captain's clothes. It said something about the darkness of the sinister hand or something.
What the hell? Let me see it. Oh, it's this!
No, not right.
But Junpei wasn't going to get to see it. From the other end of the hall, he heard Ace's voice. Junpei, Clover, what the hell are you two doing? Hurry up!
He's getting mad.
Clover shrugged.
I'll show it to you later, alright? Come on, we gotta hurry.
Before Junpei could protest, she was gone. Around the corner and down the long stem of the L. A note.
A note?
Junpei was curious. But there was something else that bothered him.
From the look of that pocket, doesn't particularly look like just a note. Oh, what are you thinking? Crying out loud.
Junpei did his best to convince himself it would make sense later. He ran after
Anytime I'm
Clover.
playing a visual novel.
God.
Or any mystery, really.
Frankly.
Junpei pushed through the large... I do see your comment, Seraph, and it's just got me thinking, what if everyone in this game had a typing quirk?
Fuck.
Junpei pushed through the door and found himself in a large room with a large set of stairs.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Clover would have the fucking Terezi typing quirk.
Uh-huh.
Oh, she would.
Akane would have, like, the little Nepeta one. Do you have
Yeah.
role play speak?
Pounces on Jumpy.
AC pounded onto Junpei. Sorry.
Nine of Neils, we have not tried to hide the fact of our shameful nerdiness.
We've been here the whole time. I think we talked about. I think that was a Game Changer reference, actually. I think we talked about it in the second stream that we did. TBH.
Yeah, no, we definitely had that conversation already.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
The big stairs. So this is where it ends up. Just like it says on the map.
Was what he expected to say. His I see after reading the map himself meant that Ace had probably realized the same thing.
Ace? Did he head down?
Okay, at this point, actually definitely has to have had a Homestuck question, right?
Probably,
There
right?
has to have been one. There was a Blazeball one recently.
Yeah, they did a Blazeball one.
He put his hand onto the handrail and looked down.
Oh, there he is.
Look, the 4 others are there too.
Not just Ace, Santa, June, Seven, and Lotus as well.
Really? Oh my god, Junpei sounded less excited.
Let's join them.
Actually, sorry, one more thing. A Game Changer Homestuck episode is actually just making them play Spurb. The episode of Game Changer that ended the world.
Oh my god.
Junpei and Clover glanced at each other and hurried down the stairs. They reached B-Deck at the same time.
Jumpy, Clover.
June's face was excited. Something had happened that Junpei could tell by simply looking at her.
What's up?
Given their situation, he was not inclined to be excited about sudden developments. June couldn't contain herself.
We found it.
Found what?
We found it.
What did you find?
You know the thing that plays at the end of the escape room when it says you found it? Well, we found it. The last door. We found door 9.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah, I totally remembered that was what our intention was.
Come on, just follow us. We'll explain on the way.
Okay.
Seven turned and jogged off down the stairs. Well, let's see, do you want to take Santa back, Mac?
I can take Santa back. Well, if that's the case...
Wait for me.
We should get going as well. The rest followed.
Jumpy, we finally made it.
The relief and excitement in her voice echoed what each of them felt.
Yeah, it's finally time.
Junpei wasn't quite ready to believe they'd really done it. At least not just yet. Still, if everyone said it was door number 9, then it probably was.
We've reached the end.
He could feel his heart racing. A mixture of anticipation and fear ran through his veins, and he could feel his legs shaking. He was doing his best to maintain a sense of healthy skepticism, but he couldn't deny that the prospect of escape was an exciting one.
Something's bothering me. Only 3 to 5 people can go through the numbered door. Oh, uh-oh. Oh, there we go. 7 of us are on our way to door 9. That means that best case scenario, there will be 2 of us who have to stay behind. 2 people. Is there a way?
Junpei looked over at the clock.
4:30. We've only got 90 minutes left. I've got no time to wonder about it now.
Jesus.
Hold on. Hey, Junpei! June! What the hell are you two doing? Hurry it up! God.
Santa's voice jolted Junpei out of his reverie.
Let's go, Jumpy.
June took off down the stairs, jogging as quickly as she could.
Yeah.
Junpei followed. As a group, they piled onto the elevator and rode impatiently down to E deck. It looked familiar. There's a metal grate between the two elevators. Seven grabbed hold of it and began to talk. I know I told you I explained it earlier, but there ain't much to explain. After we split off from you guys, the four of us got in the elevator on the left. That took us to the other side of the grate. After that, we headed down another hallway, took us toward the bow, and eventually the number 6 that you two found earlier. We opened it and kept going. There was another locked door behind it, like usual, but this time we had two completely different areas. We had to complete 2 different areas before we could unlock it. Once we were through that door, there was another hallway that went the other direction, then towards the stern.
So, on your way, you found the elevator.
Yeah. Also, we found a gun, and I'm not going to say anything about that. That's right.
So, in other words, you kind of did a lap, huh? You came from that side to this side.
Yeah. Also, that engine room was really annoying. Too much walking around. With that settled, Junpei looked around.
So, where's the number 9 door?
Over here, follow me. Seven began walking down a hallway that led towards the stern. Junpei and the others broke into a jog to keep up with him.
By the way,
They'd been walking for a while, June in silent step with Junpei when she spoke.
you know, it's because of Santa that we're all here right now.
Uh-huh?
That all seven of us are going to door 9. You don't get it? Santa, Seven, and Lotus. What's their digital route?
I was literally just doing this math, actually. 9. It's 9.
That's right. They could have just left me behind and kept going if they wanted to.
But they didn't.
Yes, because Santa wouldn't let them.
Santa! I love Santa.
He said
that's Mac talking. That's Mac talking.
I feel like that's also Junpei talking in his head a little bit, though, upon hearing that.
I mean, for the last 2 routes, I feel like Junpei has looked at Santa and been like, oh, this bitch, like, would not leave anyone behind.
Yeah. He said...
Even with what we learned last route, too.
God. He said, we can't leave June and the others behind. That's why we went looking for you guys.
And then you got in the elevator and went back to the central staircase.
That's right.
Well, I wouldn't have called that one. That Santa would be the one to stick up for you, I mean.
Junpei felt his eyebrows knit as he considered that.
Oh, don't get me wrong.
Perhaps June had sensed Junpei's concern.
I don't mean that Seven and Lotus said they want to leave me behind. We were just talking about it, and Santa objected to it first.
Is that so?
Junpei was about to respond when Seven suddenly stopped. Here we are. In front of them stood a door.
So, is this?
Yup. Junpei couldn't see Seven's face, but he could see him nod.
There's no other place for us to go?
Nope. Just look around. There's a big old iron wall at the end of the hallway. Other hallways on the left and right are blocked by metal grates.
I see.
It looked as though Seven was right. The door in front of them was their only choice. Okay, let's get moving. Pulled the door open and walked in. Junpei took a deep breath and followed.
Oh yeah, this again.
This
Yeah.
room. It appeared they'd been telling the truth.
No way.
First thing Junpei saw as he entered the room was the number.
9.
Alright, I just have a moment to complain at Steam. I literally just turned off the setting to get notifications of when friends are playing games when I realized that was showing up on stream. Thanks, Steam, for not actually paying attention to me. Thank you so much.
Rip.
Steam mysteriously turned on my sound notifications as well.
Worthless application. Application? You know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like all others, it was a rough thing made of red paint. The door decorated and sat on the back wall of a rectangular room. Junpei ran up to it.
The 9 door.
It was a large double door with powerful styling. Something about it was almost majestic, and it made the red paint look especially garish.
We're finally here.
Junpei grabbed the handle and shook. It didn't budge then. He didn't really expect it to. The red was bolted to the wall next to the door, reading vacant.
No doubt about it. This is door 9. Oh, finally! This is the last... Oh, God.
Junpei felt a flood of emotion wash over him. He felt a chill down his back, and his chest tightened as his blood began to boil. There was a moment of complete silence. Yo, Junpei.
Junpei, look behind you. I forgot I was playing Santa again.
It's all good.
Behind? What?
Junpei could scarcely believe what he saw.
Why? A door and a 9. Oh, good! Somebody else have found it! Hey, what the hell is going on here?
His words came out slowly as his brain struggled to understand what he'd seen. On shaky legs, he made his way to the second 9. It was a small door set parallel to the door they'd come through, but to the other corner of the room. 9.
9.
There's no mistaking the number. And if any more proof was needed, a red was bolted next to the door.
There's a red there too. Wait, that means... And of course it won't open.
Shook the handle, not because he expected it to open, but because he had to make sure it was real.
But why? Why the hell are there 2 doors?
It was Ace who spoke first. Do you think one is perhaps the right door and the other one is the wrong door? Lotus was skeptical.
I don't know about that. That seems unlikely.
What makes you say so?
Well, think about all the rooms we've been through so far. They're full of puzzles, but there are always hints about how to solve them. I'm pretty sure there aren't any rooms where we just had to go with our best guess and leave it to instinct to solve the puzzle.
I mean, there was the one room where you just brute forced by hacking, but okay.
Well, that wasn't guessing for me. That was easy as hell. Do you really think that at the very end of the game, Zero is going to suddenly throw in something that depends entirely on luck?
Well, there's actually a third door, and behind 2 of those doors are donkeys, and behind one of them is a brand new car.
Right. So so you say that you're gonna select one, but then they say, "Do you want to switch?" It's a whole thing.
And you do switch, and people will get really, really mad because it shouldn't change the odds, but it actually does, and people have a bad time at understanding probabilities because sometimes it's really unintuitive. Anyway, you're saying there's some sort of other hint in this room?
No, I don't think there's a hint anywhere in here. I searched it very well when I was in here before. I didn't find anything that might have been a hint, though.
Well, that means...
Yeah, both of these are the right door. I mean, if you think about it, Zero never actually said there was only one door with a 9 on it. It is hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way out. Seek a door that carries a 9. It's the fucking... God damn it.
My other favorite math
The definite
word,
article
other than-
got me again.
My other favorite math blameor you'll find online than Monte... What's the
Monty
name
Hall?
of
Monty
the
Hall.
Monty Hall problem? I want to say Monte Carlo problem, but that's is people just resolutely arguing that 0.9 repeating is not equal to 1.
It's...
You want to see some great all-time great forum arguments.
I don't, actually. I want to see that forum thread locked after 12,875 posts.
It's like arguing with flat earthers.
Oh,
God.
Junpei began to mutter to himself.
So there are 2 number 9 doors. If we split it up right, that's not gonna work.
oh yeah, go ahead.
Junpei blinked and looked up at Clover. She held out her hand.
You've got a notebook and a pen, right? Can I borrow them? Yeah, here.
Slightly confused, he pulled them out and handed them to her.
The gentle sounds of fucking marker squeaking.
Huh.
Look at this.
I love this
opened
character
them.
trait of Clover's. Just like gonna write some stuff.
I mean,
I'm gonna do math really quick. Hold on.
and also, like, she's not trying to go about it in a clever way, she's just brute forcing it. Which, like,
Yeah.
is
It's
not the
good.
fastest, but it's also the easiest way to immediately convince people.
Absolutely.
Clover opened the notebook to a blank page, sat down at a desk. Everyone else gathered around her and watched as she wrote a series of numbers.
You get it? The numbers on the top are all the combinations with digital roots of 9. The numbers on the bottom are the people who don't fit. There's only 8 possibilities if we split up into 2 groups of 3 or 4 people. So, if 3 people go through the door, then 4 are left behind. If 4 go through, then 3 are left behind. Right? Yeah.
Clover nodded, almost as though she were pleased with herself for solving a difficult math problem.
No way.
Feels literally. Hey, you know what would have been really funny?
It's such a
Actually,
shame. It's such a shame that Snake
It's
died.
such
or
a
we could
fucking
all-
shame that Snake is dead.
It's such a shame that Snake died. And I wish someone hadn't killed him because then we could all leave and there wouldn't be any conflict.
Then we could all leave.
What is that noise? Anything? Is anybody else got that?
Hey, Santa, is that a gun in your waistband? Could I inspect it for a moment, perhaps?
Or are you just happy to see me?
Well,
Is this Santa's voice?
No. I was doing a completely different guy, I guess.
Or wait, no. Sorry, I said the wrong word.
sorry,
Was
I'm
that? Was
speaking
that?
for Ace, for the record?
What's his name? Snake. Oh, Ace. Okay, I understand. Okay, it was your Ace voice.
Yeah, no, this is just
Oh,
Ace being like,
God,
hey, I
you're-
didn't go down the route that
Went
had
off.
the
Okay.
gun. So, can I see the gun and borrow it? I'll give it right back.
That's assuming that anyone picked up the gun.
Yeah, we don't know that for sure.
That's true, that's true.
They could have been like, "Fuck this thing," locking it in a box.
Like what we thought we did.
Like what we thought we did.
God.
The room went very quiet. Silence lay across everyone like a thick, heavy blanket. No one spoke. Their faces
Plot
blank.
twist, it was never supposed to be a death game. Come to think of it,
Desperate for something else to look at, Junpei turned his eyes to the room around him.
what is this room?
The walls were covered with candles. The wavering flames made shadows of Junpei and his companions look as though they were dancing. 2 rows of wooden pews filled most of the room.
It looks like it's set up for some kind of ceremony, but what kind?
Between them was a strip of rich red carpet. The carpet ran straight through the room, ending at a door that pointed to the stern of the boat. At the other end of the carpet,
Is that an altar?
there was a recessed space set in the wall between the 2 other doors. Setting on a raised section of altar was a coffin.
Oh, I guess we are doing this now. A coffin. No, it couldn't possibly be.
But if it wasn't, then whose body occupied it? That was as far as Junpei wanted to pursue that line of thought. He decided to not think about it for the
Junpei's
time
like,
being.
you know what? Not my problem.
Uh-huh.
Not my fucking problem.
It's probably an ice mummy in there. We don't need to deal with that. At that moment, Seven spoke. There's an edge of humor in his voice, but it was forced. All right. I give up. Thought if we sat around here long enough, someone would volunteer, but guess nobody's got the guts to do it.
What are you talking about?
Junpei didn't understand, and he wasn't the only one. What? You guys didn't figure it out yet? Fine, here, let me enlighten you. Clover was mostly right with her little explanation earlier, but she missed something. She wasn't really wrong, she just... screw it, let me just write it out. Seven snatched up the notebook and wrote in it. Everyone else clustered around him, desperate for a look. So if you're trying to lead with a group of 3 and a group of 4 and get everybody out, Clover's right. But there's another way. Only one combination, though. If we split us up into groups of 3, 3, and 1, you can make this combination.
Wait, this means...
Don't get me wrong here. I'm not trying to copy Ace or anything like that. Even if you hadn't been the hero back in the big hospital room, I'd still be saying the same thing.
The same thing? Are you saying...
Yeah, I'm saying it. I'll stay behind. Everybody gasped.
Why are you acting so heroic all of a sudden? Are you some kind of idiot?
Lotus was the first to speak. That in itself was a little strange. She'd reacted much differently when Ace had volunteered.
I'm completely against this. I'll be goddamned if I'm gonna have to owe you for getting out of here.
The rest of them began to speak all at once.
I'm against it too. I didn't want to leave Ace behind, and I don't want to leave you either.
I don't like that idea. There's gotta be other options.
I disagree as well. I can't say I care much for you being the hero. Now, if I were to go stay
Ace.
behind...
Fuck off, asshole.
Finally, they quieted down. Junpei looked at Seven.
Well, there you go. Proposal denied. Clover's right. There's gotta be a better way than this.
Seven made a noise that was somewhere between a derisive snort and a cough. Doesn't make any sense. He was doing his best to make sure to pretend they were making a foolish decision, but Junpei could see a twinkling of water at the corner of his eyes.
They care about him.
Whoa, hold on a minute. I haven't said anything yet.
Until then, Junpei hadn't realized that Santa stayed quiet for the whole discussion of Seven's fate.
I thought about it. I was thinking about it. I was like, hey, Santa didn't say anything.
Man, he's such a cool dude.
He's so cool. Fucking
Something in his
Dave
voice made
Strider
Junpei
ass.
uncomfortable. It was probably because he was very cool.
Are you agreeing? You want to leave him here?
Santa shook his head. Nah. Or sorry, I'm not Santa.
Nah, I'm against it. I don't want to leave Seven here alone. Then I don't see how it matters. I said alone. I said I don't want to leave Seven alone.
There was a dull shine in Santa's eyes. They were cold and hard. Junpei felt himself shiver.
What the hell are you... Oh, I can't talk to myself this much. Hold on.
Do you want one of us to take it?
Yeah, just for this conversation.
What? Don't you get it?
PB, do you want to? Okay.
I got this. I can't just leave one person. I need 2 more. 3 people, including Seven. I'll be leaving behind 3 people.
Oh my god, insane.
That's my proposal. No. Those are my orders.
What do you mean, orders? What the hell makes you think you can order us around? Who the hell's gonna listen to you?
You all will. In 3 seconds, you won't have a choice.
What?
3, 2, 1. Santa was so fast, Junpei could barely see him. When he moved, it was almost like watching a dance. His feet moved like lightning. He spun and...
Hilarious. For fuck's sake, Scott, dude. Wow, we just used the same sprite again!
Except with 2 different characters this time.
Except with 2 different characters this time! What the fuck, dude? I
Man,
love...
Let
You know what?
Let one of the girlies on the
what?
ship take
With
someone
the
hostage.
theory
Take
that
one of the
I have-
guys hostage with a
Uh-huh.
gun.
What's your
Yeah.
theory?
With the theory that I have, I'm not even mad.
That's so fair. What? He had...
He had
did I say
June.
it? I forgot if I did.
See, I told you. His lips curled into a cruel, mocking smile.
What?
A shudder traveled the length of Junpei's spine. His chest froze and he could feel his breath go stale in his lungs. Nothing made any sense. Junpei felt as though his head were about to explode. Santa's sudden change in attitude, saying that he needed 2 more. Hi, Ham. The gun in his right hand's a revolver. Things have gotten tense around door number 9. Santa had grabbed Jun from behind and pressed Junpei's shaken brain, what Junpei's shaken brain identified as a revolver, roughly against her temple.
Why? What the hell is that? Okay, it's a gun, Junpei.
Where the fuck had he found a gun? Junpei's questions roared in his mind, but his mouth refused to answer them. Seven spoke, almost as though he had sensed Junpei's confusion. That gun's from the other room.
What room?
One of the fucking annoying puzzle rooms. Should have known he was gonna do this. I should have taken the gun. Then I could be the one
I want
taking
to see
someone
the route where
hostage.
I want to see the route where Seven took the gun.
Wait
Yeah.
for that now, fat ass.
Wow,
Damn it.
rude.
Mixture of fury and frustration twisted Seven's face, and he glared at Santa. Santa, for his part, didn't do much as much as flinch. The corner of his lip twitched into a slightly wider smile. Then the smile faded, and he began to move. He walked backward, dragging June with him. Before long, his back was resting against the door. On the wall next to him was the red. He put his hand on the scanner panel quickly, then forced June to do the same. Alright. Time for you to start following my orders. Ace, Lotus, congratulations. I've chosen for you to come with me. Put your hands on the red. That was what Santa had meant when he said he needed 2 more. Hey, you fucking deaf? I gave you an order. Santa's eyes narrowed to slits. He glared at Ace and Lotus. They stayed frozen like deer caught in headlights. Right, fine. I didn't want to waste any bullets, but you guys just don't fucking get it. No sooner were the words out of Santa's mouth than his hand twitched, and the gun roared. A section of floor exploded, scattering wooden splinters across the floor. A thin plume of smoke snaked out of the hole in the ground.
Snake.
There was no doubt that the gun was real, and it worked.
He really shot it? But Santa, why are you...
Clover's voice spoke of betrayal and disbelief.
Santa, I thought you were one of us. I thought we were friends.
What?
You knew about the leaf words in the 4-leaf clover.
Santa's cheek twitched almost imperceptibly. What the hell is that shit? I've got no idea.
You're lying.
Shut up! Just shut the fuck up, you stupid bitch! You want me to pull a bullet in your fucking head? Flecks of spit flew from Santa's mouth, and his face twisted with rage. Clover recoiled, eyes wide. When she spoke, her voice was very small.
Santa.
He snorted, then shook his head vigorously and turned back to face Ace and Lotus. Alright, assholes. What are you still standing there for? Get over here and scan those bracelets. I don't have all fucking day. What's the matter? Your hearing starting to go? Going senile, maybe?
More than you know, Santa.
Ace and Lotus didn't move. It was as though they couldn't move. Jun's face was pale behind Santa's arm. Her eyes were wild and her chest heaved with every quick breath like an animal cornered by a predator. Junpei's mind worked furiously. What were they going to do? Then he realized something. There was nothing they needed to do. There was nothing to debate.
That's it.
June's safety was the first priority. That much was obvious. Doing as Santa had commanded meant that she would be safe from at least 2 threats. She wouldn't be shot, and she would leave the ship alive, along with Santa, Ace, and Lotus. There's only one thing for Junpei to do.
It's the only way. It's a nod, Junpei, but...
Well, what are you proposing then? What's your alternative?
Junpei, you and Clover could go too. But whatever, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine.
And leave Seven all here by himself?
No, Ace and Lotus would also be there. I'm not saying that it's a good idea, I'm just saying there is a second option of people to go.
Huh?
No way. Jumpy, what are you saying? If you stay here, you're gonna be stuck, Jumpy. And so will Clover and Seven.
I know. But you don't need to worry about us. We'll figure something out. Right, Seven?
Yeah, right. Just leave it to us. It's gonna piss me off to do what Santa says, but...
Don't worry about me either. There's still something I have to take care of.
No. No, you can't. Ace, Lotus, don't come over. Don't worry about me, please.
June was almost crying.
She is straight up and down crying in this art.
Junpei walked around behind Ace and Lotus. He gently placed a hand on each of their shoulders.
Please. This is so funny, knowing what I know about Ace.
Uh-huh.
We need the big, strong, protective lion to go with them.
Yeah. Ace is so mad that Santa has the gun instead of him right now. He's so
Yeah,
mad.
legit.
They almost
It's
stumbled
okay,
and
dude. You're about to get out.
righted themselves and took another step, and another. They turned around and Junpei nodded.
Go.
Oh, okay.
Fine.
Ace and Lotus turned around again and walked slowly to the door. After what felt like an eternity, they stopped in front of the door marked number 9. Santa smiled. Alright, let's get those hands on the scanner. So,
I could probably take Santa back. Now that he's not talking to Junpei.
yeah, alright, go for it.
Yeah. What's the holdup? What, you think I'm fucking around here? I don't give a shit about this girl. You do. You super do.
You also do need
The
her to
red
be
doesn't
alive.
need a
with the
person,
red.
you know. All I need is the bracelet. You get it? Good. Now put your fucking hands on the scanner.
Alright, so if we did think that Seven was dead, or Snake was dead, his bracelet should still be back with his supposed corpse, which means that our crew is not actually screwed. They can go back and get his bracelet and leave.
Exactly! This is what I was thinking the whole time!
Easy as pie.
I think that's one of the reasons why Clover's like, yeah, okay, I'm fine with this.
Oh, also Clover has realized that Snake isn't dead.
Yeah, Clover
Because we had
also
that
knows
talk
that
with her.
Snake isn't dead.
He shoved the revolver harder against June's head, and she winced. Fine. Ace sighed, defeated, and placed his hand on the scanner panel. Lotus went next. She glared at Santa and slammed her hand onto the scanner panel.
This is pretty great, actually. I'm vibing with this.
Mm-hmm.
Good job. Now, Lotus, pull that lever. As soon as the door opens, you get your ass in there. Try anything stupid, and you know what happens, right?
Damn it.
Junpei could almost hear Lotus's teeth grind. The door slid open. Door number 9 opened at last. It opened with a low, powerful rumble, a drum roll to welcome the chosen few.
Good, go!
Lotus and Ace walked through the door, their eyes furious but defeated. Santa waited until they were all the way inside, then hauled himself and June across the threshold.
Later.
After exactly 9 seconds, the door swung shut. The gust of air it created caused all the anvils on the altar to flicker and die. Fucking dramatic room.
Maybe not my smartest plan, but sure. That is a thing that I just did.
The room fell silent. Junpei, Clover, and Seven had been left behind. Clover looked down at her hand and traced with her finger the blue veins that crisscrossed them. Seven shoved his arms into the front of his overalls and scratched his stomach. No one spoke. Silence made the air feel thick and oppressive. Desperate for something, anything to occupy his mind, Junpei walked to the larger of the 2 9 doors. He stood in front of it and looked at the red. It read, engaged. He moved to the smaller door. The red read, vacant.
Red.
The digital root of the remaining people was 7. There's no possible way for them to open the door with a 9 on it. Junpei touched the surface of the door.
June.
He thought about June, about Akane Kurashiki. Was she safe? That was all that mattered to him.
It's been 30 seconds!
He's kind of like a dog. You know, when you leave, it doesn't matter whether it's been, 30 seconds or 2 hours or 2 days.
That's true. This boy has no object permanence.
Uh-huh.
That was all that mattered to him. If she was alive, if she had escaped this horrible boat. That was what Junpei prayed for. 7 came up next to him. He pulled off his hat, scratched his head and sighed. So, what do you want to do, Junpei?
I guess I have this deck of cards in my pocket. You want to play poker?
I've been thinking about this new way of playing poker.
What else can we do?
7 opened his mouth to respond when...
Wait, Junpei is going to school for game design, right? No, he's going to school for cryptocurrency. Never mind. I forgot.
You're right, he is.
I thought he was a game designer for a second. I was like, he could invent Bellastro.
A noise echoed through the room. Someone was pounding on something vigorously.
Oh, right!
It wasn't mechanical. It was certainly human.
I forgot! He was in the coffin!
Junpei and 7 looked at each other.
Did Santa just do a heel turn?
What the hell is that?
Shh! Quiet!
Clover motioned to 7 to be quiet. She put one finger to her lips and closed her eyes in concentration. The 3 of them listened, trying to determine where the sound was coming from.
Where is it coming from?
Yeah, the machina is very conveniently placed, Deus Ex. I agree,
Could it be this very obvious coffin in the middle of the room?
Now, also, if we'd done this route first, we would have had, like, all of the Alice lore already. All Ice lore already.
Yeah. And no clue that anyone could be in here except for her.
Yep. I think there's something coming from this coffin.
You're right. Let's open it.
But how?
That was really funny. What are those muscles for? For show?
You tell me to force it open?
Just shut up and try.
Junpei and 7 grabbed hold of the coffin. They tried to get a good grip with what little purchase they could, and pulled with all their strength.
I'm not doing that, sorry. That sounds like a fucking NASCAR car revving.
Damn it. Won't even budge. There was some sort of keypad attached to the coffin. Its purpose would not have been difficult to determine. Their eyes were almost immediately drawn to it. Not a fucking another puzzle.
Yep, looks like it. Do you think we have to put in the right password or it won't open? I think so.
The noise wasn't stopping. In fact, it was getting louder.
Whoever or whatever's inside this thing wants out and now. Hey, buddy, we're working on it.
I know that, but how?
Without a passcode, I don't think there's much we can do.
They couldn't even tell how many numbers the passcode needed to be.
Isn't there a hint somewhere? Yeah, it's in your pocket, Clover.
Well, let's search the room for one. There was no hint in the room.
Unfortunately, there were no hints. They passed the 90 minutes and the boat sank and they drowned.
The end.
The end. Bad ending.
Clover ran to examine the pews. 7 investigated the desk, but they turned up nothing.
There's nothing here.
Not making this easy, are they? The sound still wouldn't fucking stop. It wasn't the noise that belonged in that room.
What's the passcode? What am I supposed to do? How can we figure it out? I need something.
And here's the point where if we hadn't done the safe route, this would have ended.
This would be the end.
Literally, it just would have ended?
Yep,
Be the
it would
end.
stop here.
It would end with them all just confused and terrified by this coffin, and the game says, like, hey, come back later.
Oh, okay, so it doesn't just, like, end the game. You just don't get to progress.
Yeah, it counts as an ending, I believe.
Yeah, it's the coffin ending, I think.
And it's
Yeah,
like the least satisfying ending, because, like, what the fuck just happened?
Or
yeah,
if you get it
I
first,
believe it.
it's a big cliffhanger.
Yeah.
This is so fucking funny.
But for now,
If-
the world has blinked.
Here's the thing. If I hadn't been tipped off, I would have, like, we would have gotten here and you would have been like, this is where the game would have ended if we hadn't gotten the safe ending, and I would have absolutely blown my little mind. Unfortunately, I got told.
Suddenly there
You can
was
imagine
this-
an alternate reality, at least, in which you got told, in which I said that, and you were like, "What?"
Yeah, no. Shout out to my partner and my good friend Runa who tipped me off. It's very funny that this has happened.
Suddenly,
And I'm also, listen, I miss Wheels. I am sad that they cannot join us. I'm really glad that they still have the opportunity to not have this happen.
Yes.
yeah, that's nice. That's good for them. Suddenly,
Suddenly, there was a voice.
truth had gone, and
truth had
truth had gone, and truth had gone. Ah, now truth is asleep in the sinister hand of the dark hand.
Sinister hand. Yeah.
What the hell was that? I didn't like that at all.
Junpei was completely and utterly baffled.
What's up?
7 and Clover ran over to him, but Junpei didn't know what to tell them. If you told him that he'd heard a voice, they'd laugh, or worse, think he was going insane. So all he said was...
Oh, nothing.
He cleared his throat a little too loud and looked pointedly down at his bracelet. There are a pair of small buttons protruding from either side of it. He pressed the buttons.
I don't remember what the fucking code was.
Right, left,
Let's
right,
see.
left, right, left.
Yeah, truth had
Truth
gone,
had
truth
gone.
Truth had gone. It's right, left, right, left, right, left.
Oh, right. Truth had gone, truth had gone, truth had gone.
That was it.
I'm not writing this code down again.
Yeah, I
1,
don't
4,
think we
3,
need it.
8, 3, 4, 2, 1.
8 numbers blinked on and off on the...
They literally, this is the fucking Deus Ex Machina if I've ever seen one before. A voice sounded in Junpei's head from roots past.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's so good, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't hate it nearly as much as I might if it was in a different game.
I think this one pulls it off pretty well. Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. It's when I say it's goofy, I mean that like with all affection.
Yes.
Yes,
And also,
absolutely.
like, we're not just going to leave this as, like, unexamined as, like, all right, this is how you get the true ending. Now onwards we go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because in another game, this would just be it would be like, oh, metafiction. And I'd be like, you gave us no indicator of that going on at all. And I'm like, I
Yeah.
know that's not what's happening here.
There's
It's
gonna be
fine.
some shit.
Uh-huh.
One can already tell.
Yeah.
Huh?
Eh?
What the hell were those fucking numbers?
Oh my gosh, are those?
Junpei didn't answer. He walked straight to the coffin. He knelt down in front of the keypad, writing over the numbers in his head so he wouldn't forget.
Oh, that's right. They don't make you punch it in, right? They just
No.
let Junpei do it for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, shit, right. Because Snake goes fucking insane because Clover's dead.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But Clover's not dead. She's okay.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Yes! I'm so glad that Alex has already come and closed my door because that would have made him leave his room, come and close my door.
That's also a really good point, Ham, in chat, that normally to get the safe ending, you kind of have to impose your will on others. And so
Yeah.
naturally, if you're just trying to go easygoing, you're not going to end up there.
And then, well, I did it because I kind of wanted to see what would happen. Oh, God, hold on. Alex just texted me. I heard my name. His room is like 10 feet away from mine, so him closing my door is not passive aggressive in the slightest.
No, not at all.
Absolutely.
But it also means anytime I name drop him, he either responds or texts me. Anyway, with trembling fingers, he punched them in.
Uh-huh. Oh man, I hope we don't ever play a visual novel where one of the main characters is named Alex.
He'd understand.
1, 4, 3, 8, 3, 4, 2, 1. That was all of them.
Did I last time determine what the fucking digital root of this number was?
I think so. It didn't end up being relevant.
It's like nothing, but I'm gonna do it again because that was like a month ago. Hold on. 1 + 4 + 3 + 8 + 3 + 4. Oh, no, that's 34 + 4 + 2 + 1.
There's the sound of a coffin lid unlatching. Someone sat up out of it.
No way!
Why?
Why are you? Clover screams.
Oh, is that you, Clover? I apologize for worrying you.
It's our boy!
Snake!
Do you want to keep Snake, Jacqueline? Or, oh, sorry,
That's
this is
7.
You? Well, why?
Junpei, and 7, is that you? Is everyone else there as well? And I can't be sure, but am I wearing some sort of Gerard Way, like, 2022-esque outfit?
Just like Rip Van Winkle.
Winkle.
Still, it's very much like Snake to simply cut to the heart of the matter and ask. Oh, jeez. Junpei and 7 shared a wry smile. Is this snake more solid, liquid, or solidus? I don't know the answer to that, because I don't know.
I think liquid, with the amount of fabric.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm sure that
eyes were filled with tears.
You're back!
With a cry of joy, she leapt into Snake's arms.
Good! We got the art of the...
Gently now. My body's still a little weak.
Oh, you're back!
Clover looked nothing so much as a lost child who had finally found her home.
Yeah, this is definitely true ending.
She cried and cried and cried. Her eyes were red, her nose was running. She hiccuped and gasped as though she were about to begin hyperventilating.
You're back! You're really here!
Her voice was happy but almost desperate, as if she feared he would disappear again if she stopped talking. Tear after tremendous tear rolled down her face. Her small arms strained as she clutched Snake's body as tightly as she could. Perhaps she had to convince herself that he was real. Perhaps she was worried that he would be gone the moment she let go. Perhaps she simply didn't know what else to do.
Oh, you're back!
Come now, what's gotten into you? You're acting as though I've returned from the grave.
Not as though! You did! I really thought you were dead!
Huh?
Yeah, it's just like Jesus.
I'm like, Jesus.
Jerk! Idiot! I got Oscar there for a second. God damn.
Yeah.
Clover broke into sobs so great she could no longer talk. It was a touching reunion between brother and sister. Even though Junpei knew they had little time and every minute they waited was a minute they wasted, it felt cruel to pull them apart. Junpei and Seven sat down on one of the pews waiting for Clover to calm down before explaining to Snake what had transpired.
I see. I believe I understand things rather well now, thank you. In fact, I may understand them a bit better than you do. In the shower room, there's a dead body wearing my clothes. Because of that, you thought that I was dead, correct?
He had quickly and neatly summarized the events of the last several hours.
Yep.
You also discovered a corpse in the captain's quarters, and Santa turned on you here in this room. Do I have it straight?
There's nothing straight about me.
Well, what was that, Junpei? Anyway, that body in the captain's quarters is a surprise.
Sorry, that wasn't a good time to say that. That wasn't a good time to tell you.
Oh, sorry, that's not the reaction. Sorry, fuck, Junpei, I'm sorry. Thank you for... It's a weird time to do it, but I accept and support you however you want.
I had to make the joke, okay? The joke
Junpei, I'm glad to hear you're one of us.
I had to make it.
I'm glad to hear you're a part of the community, Junpei.
Yeah, and thing is, I'm a real big ally.
Well then. I've got a pretty decent idea of what happened while I was indisposed, but it's still something of a mystery who did all this and why. The corpse in the shower room that looked like me, the corpse in the captain's quarters, why were they killed in the way they were?
You don't know?
No, why would I?
I've missed this fucking group, by the way.
Yeah, this is our original, like, fucking going through a door group.
This was, yeah.
I love this dynamic.
The guy in the shower
And Clover's here too.
Clover.
We don't know who he is, so let's just call him Mr. X.
Mr. X! Oh,
Anyway,
no.
this Mr. X, or Guy X, is wearing Snake's clothes. But you were wearing some kind of weird robes. That means someone took your clothes and put them on Mr. X. We need to figure out who that was.
I just realized that's a fucking pun on, like, Mr. 10.
That's really good.
Yeah.
I apologize, but I have no idea who might have done this to me. I only just now woke up. I was unconscious during all the events you just described to me. They must have undressed me and changed my clothes during that time.
When were you knocked out?
When we split up to look for the red.
Where did they get you? Do you remember?
It was a small room in one of the hallways on C deck.
What happened?
The same thing that happened to every one of us when we were abducted. A canister releasing some sort of gas was thrown into the room. I believe the gas is some sort of incapacitating agent.
Then that means it was... Zero.
Looks like it.
There is nothing else I have to tell you. When I woke up, I was in this coffin.
Junpei crossed his arms in thought.
Why?
Oh yeah, actually it's Mr. Key.
That's true. Actually, it is Mr.
Thank you,
Key.
Sarah.
You're right. I was originally making the Mr. X joke from the interstitial proximity, but yes, Mr. Key, you are so right. And I think we made this joke last time, too.
We may have. Junpei crossed his arms in thought.
Why did Zero make Mr. X wear Snake's clothes? Oh, we didn't get into we didn't get into the face blindness thing.
Nope.
How would that benefit Zero? I don't get it. What the hell does any of it mean? I have no idea how I got the passcode for the coffin either. Truth had gone, and truth had gone. Where did those words come from? Why did I feel compelled to push the buttons on the bracelet after hearing them? I have such a migraine.
Seven had asked him about it while they waited for Clover to finish crying. He'd had no
That's
answer
so
for him
funny.
then, and he still didn't.
all I know is my fingers moved on their own. It's like I did it subconsciously. Oh!
Also, I'm gonna be real. If I had one of those bracelets on for 9 hours, I absolutely would have played with the buttons enough that I would have accidentally triggered that.
Oh, straight up and down, yeah. Oh, wait, hold on a second. We had a whole conversation about the fucking psychic field thing.
That couldn't have anything to do with this, I don't think.
No. Well,
Definitely
that
not.
was just a tangent that wasn't related to the rest of the game. It was just something the author thought was neat.
No, I remember, Mac, the other day you were saying that weird tangents never get picked up in the game.
Uh-huh.
No, yeah, never. No, it's not like there aren't a million Reddit posts about the exact topic of weird tangents that never get picked up in the game and are just red herrings the whole time.
His mind was a maelstrom of mysteries, clues, theories, and more mysteries. He could barely
Same.
think.
Me every time I think about this game.
That's me every time I'm GMing a role-playing game.
Honestly, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. About 75% of the reason why I'm like, no, we're going to finish this fucking game is because I need to know.
Mm-hmm.
That's so fair.
I would do the exact same
need
thing in
to
your
know
shoes.
Everything. And I am being so good and so patient and not looking up spoilers
You've
and
done
not
an
looking at
incredible
art.
job so far.
I'm
Yeah.
so... Y'all in the chat have no idea.
Worlds-
Runa has a zine, like a 9.99 zine that I am like desperate to look at.
You're like the world's strongest soldier.
I'm so, and I've been obsessed. I've been like wanting to play this game for a decade. So this has been a decade.
Yeah. God.
And also, Snake and Clover had been subjects in a similar experiment 9 years ago.
See, I'll also say that playing games and reading mysteries like this are so much more satisfying when you digest them slowly, you do them in small bits, and you don't rush to the ending. And it's so hard to do that just naturally.
I will speedrun anything at the drop of a hat.
Mhm.
Not even like this. Like, I read fast, and
Uh-huh.
I will just, like, if I have the free time, I'll just mainline something.
Absolutely.
So, like, this has been nice, but also, I'm ready.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah. Hell yeah.
Already.
Like, when I went through Umineko, I completely mainlined it, and it still took me, like, a month.
Oh, yeah, and that's what's gonna happen to me when I finally get to Umineko,
Uh-huh,
which
uh-huh.
will hopefully be soon.
Hell yes.
Anyway, Snake and Clover had also
Anyway.
been subjects in similar experiments 9 years ago.
Oh, hey, look, it's the morphogenetic field. The ability to access a morphogenetic field is affected by a couple of things. The first is epiphany, and the other is danger. And someone did actually die. A girl. Her name was, There had been another experiment conducted on this same ship 9 years ago. And a girl had died during it. Morphogenetic field theory. The two murders. Switching clothes. The nonnery game. And whatever strange thing was happening to Junpei himself.
The maelstrom in his head spat out words and ideas that disappeared back into it almost as soon as he grasped them. But as he struggled through them, Junpei began to realize something. There's something that tied all of them together, and the point connecting those dots.
Zero. He's the ringleader, the person who trapped 9 of us on this sinking ship. Zero should know everything. If we can uncover Zero's identity, all of our questions will be answered.
Who was Zero? Junpei had the beginnings of a theory. If he could only test it, or perhaps...
At any rate, we'll have plenty of time to decipher the details later. For now, it is of utmost importance that we escape. Junpei, it was 4:30 the last time we checked the clock, yes? That means we have less than an hour. We must hurry.
Hey, Wait, how are we gonna get out of here exactly?
Isn't that obvious? Through the other number 9 door.
Oh, yeah.
Ta-da!
Yeah, you're right. We had up to 18. Snake, we can open the door.
Don't tell me you hadn't figured that out.
As they sniped back and forth, Junpei glanced at Snake's left hand. He was wearing a bracelet with a 2 on it. Come on, you gotta tell me these things.
I assumed you'd figured it out.
Forget it, let's just get going. 7 stomped off towards the smaller number 9 door. Clover, Snake, and Junpei followed. 7 laid his hand on the red, and asterisk appeared on the screen. Junpei and the others followed suit, laying their hands on the same scanner panel. Soon there were 4
That
asterisks
shot
on
of
the
Snake's
screen.
hand moved too quickly, and I just realized oh, I saw it really quick on the stream. Yes, thank you, Twitch delay. I wanted to see how fake it looked.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, you guys ready to go?
Yes.
Yep.
Junpei paused for a moment.
Not yet.
Hmm?
Before we go in, I want to check something.
You want to check something?
Yeah, but before I do, 7, could you pull the lever? I want to make sure we can verify with just the 4 of us.
What do you mean? We don't need...
Just do it, alright? But if the door opens, don't go in yet, okay? Please, this is really important. I really need to check this, okay? Work with me here.
Junpei looked directly into 7's eyes.
7's like,
The older man looked back for a moment, then nodded. Fine. Seven pulled down on the lever and door number 9 creaked open. Then they waited.
It just fucking closes again.
After 9 seconds, the door closed.
Alright, that means the 4 of us can go into door 9.
So we knew that already. Obvious.
Obvious. Yeah, you're right, it is. Now what happens if we add Zero's bracelet?
What?
Zero's bracelet.
Why don't you take it out, Clover?
For a moment, Clover looked surprised, but she recovered quickly and stuck her tongue out at Junpei.
So you did know I had it. I picked it up because I thought it might be useful sometime.
I love that sprite.
It's very good.
So good!
She reached into a little
That might be
box
my
for
favorite sprite in
voluminous
the entire
jacket
game.
So
and produced a
good.
bracelet. Junpei took it from her and turned to 7.
This was on the left hand of the corpse in the captain's quarters. If you look at it, you can see it's got a 0 on the face. Just to make this a little easier to talk about, I'm gonna call the guy we found dead in the captain's quarters Cap. Oh, is this when we're going to... Yeah, okay. Oh my god, this is cool.
What do you think is about to happen?
Oh, this is a 10.
Ah.
That was your theory. You're right. We talked about this.
I did talk about this when we saw it. I went, oh, come on, that's a 10. That's not a 0.
Guess we gotta
Then
see.
I should be able to open door 9 with just me, Clover, and his bracelet. So the big question is, if Cap is the mastermind of this game, would he really put one of these bracelets on? Anyway, let's just give it a shot. Clover, give me your hand. Okay. Now the captain's bracelet. And pull the lever. However...
The door didn't open. The red display read error.
I knew it. Now, what does this tell us?
Maybe the bracelet has to be on your wrist in order to work?
No, that's impossible. Did you see how the panel showed a 3rd asterisk when I scanned Cap's bracelet? Whether or not it's on your wrist doesn't matter. All you have to do is put the bracelet near the panel for it to register.
7 waved his bracelet in front of the scanner panel. Sure enough, a single asterisk appeared on the red. Huh. Looks like you're right.
See? So, what does that mean? There's only one possibility.
That bracelet isn't the number 0. Is that what you're saying?
That's right. Then, what number is it? Let's find out. Okay, yeah, math really quick. Yeah, 5 plus... Well... I'm automatically looking at the grayed out one because I know that that's the one that you picked, but I'm not necessarily sure
I don't remember if
that's
that one is right or not.
No, I don't think it is. Because that wouldn't give you... That wouldn't give you a 9. I think... 2 plus 4... No, that still doesn't work. 2 plus... Nope, that also doesn't... What the fuck? No, you might not be able to do it, actually. Odd.
Very odd.
I guess it doesn't matter then?
Alright, what do you want to pick?
I'm so confused. You'd think that it would, well, I guess that's assuming that I'm right, but like, what else would it be? 7. Am I just doing math wrong?
I think you're doing math right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm just doing it in my head, which is not working for me. Oh, jeez. There's so many options in front of me. Yeah, the end of this game is coming together in a really fun way.
We're about to hit a ad break, so you have time to think.
Oh, good, because I don't fucking know. I don't know which one's more fun.
Right. I think we can probably try any of them.
Yeah, we can try any of them. Don't overthink it.
Yeah. I just don't know what, Yeah, the problem is that the one that comes closest is Snake plus Junpei plus Cap, which is annoying, but whatever.
Let's just try that one.
Because that gets 17.
Let's try that one.
Yeah, let's do that. That's fine.
If this combination opens the door, then cast bracelet number is 2.
Nope.
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 Cap's number is not 2.
So, if there was only the one option, then let's do 7 in Junpei and Cap.
Alright.
Okay.
What would that make Cap's number?
Well, these are arranged in order of what number they would be, I
Oh,
think.
yeah.
It's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
That's my guess based on that being 2.
Let's
and
also
I
kill
think
30
the
more
last one
seconds
is
until
7.
that ends.
Okay.
Yeah, 7
For our
plus
non-subscribers.
5. Well, no, that would mean that Cap's number would have to be 6. Which is fun. Fun and interesting. I wonder.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
Interesting.
Alright, there's ad break over. We're gonna try the one that I already picked before because, well, alas.
Because if there's only one grayed out, then
Clearly.
clearly PB figured something out that I didn't.
I'm just very...
Slash, I don't know, there might have been something in another route.
I'm just very smart and good at video games.
No, there was something in another route. It's fine. low-key brute forcing. It's fine.
Uh-huh. I mean, the game's basically encouraging. You're right, it was actually CJ. Okay, yeah.
Oh,
She's
sick.
the one who's
Yeah.
really good at puzzles, not me.
Hell yeah,
I mean,
CJ.
she is usually a little bit more useful in an actual escape room than I am.
If this combination opens the door, then Cap's bracelet is number 6. Huh. Weird.
Well, what? Hey, it opened! The door opened!
Well, what? Why? What does that mean?
Well, Seven and Clover seemed rather shaken as they turned to look to Junpei for answers. The door slid heavily shut.
That's fun, given
Mhm.
whose number is 6.
Yeah.
Isn't it obvious? Cap's bracelet is number 6.
But doesn't it say 0?
This isn't a 0. The symbol on here isn't a number 0. It's a letter. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Okay.
And remember, we did an escape room not so far back where we did higher number bases.
It's,
Well, this isn't even a base, I don't think. Or maybe it
This
is.
it was long enough ago that I forgot this. And also, I'm really bad at bases. There's a reason
Yeah.
why I don't play ARD.
Because, yeah, it was
I
just,
think you.
I was just thinking this through, and O corresponds to 24 in base 32 or any higher base.
Well, you can also. It's simpler to think of it as O is the 15th letter, which is 1 plus 5 is 6.
Uh-huh. Or it would also
Yeah,
correspond to
that's
24,
probably.
2 plus 4 is
I will
6, so it works
accept
out either
that.
way.
Whoa, wait a minute. I don't get it. I mean, we figured out that Cap's bracelet is 6, right? Yeah. Does that mean there are 2 people with 6s?
Before Junpei could answer, Snake spoke up.
There is most likely only one person with a 6.
But I don't get it. What about June?
Well, this is only an educated guess, but I think June's number was never 6 to begin with. Her bracelet was flipped.
Oh my god.
In other words, June's real number is...
9.
That seems the most likely.
Now, I will say, when I hit this reveal, I got really mad because I was like, wait, does that mean the number door rules just, like, doesn't work? Because every door that June went through shouldn't work out.
Guess we'll see.
We'll find out. Then all this number...
And then Clover said that
Uh-huh.
right after you thought that. Why would you say that?
Because if June is 9, then the numbers wouldn't match up.
Clover grabbed Junpei's notebook and began to write furiously in it.
Here, look.
Junpei leaned over to look at it.
List all of the numbered doors June's gone through. I'll let you know what I'm writing, okay, Snake?
Sorry, my bedtime alarm.
Number 1 door. Yeah, so we can see that she went through door number 4, 3, 5, and 8. Door number 2 with 3 and 8. Number 3 door with 3, 7, and 8. Number 4 door with 3, 1, and 8.
I can't believe I didn't... It's because of the numbered doors, right? Like, it didn't even occur to me.
Mm-hmm.
Insane shit. Wow, what a game!
Fucking good.
It's so good.
Best game ever made.
I wrote down which door she went into and with whom. And I wrote what all the numbers were. So if you switch 9 and wherever there's a 6, the numbers don't work. If the digital root is 7, then you can't open door 4. If the digital root is 2, then you can't open door 8.
Clover, do you notice anything interesting on that list?
Oh my god. Oh,
You're talking about 3,
my
right?
god. 3?
Santa's always in the room with her. what you're saying, isn't it?
Yes, that's right.
What about it?
That's quite simple, really. You told me that the first time you came to this room, Santa was the first to refuse to leave June behind. Now, doesn't that beg the question why? Why would Santa do such a thing? The answer is easy. Because Santa can't open door 9 with only 7 in Lotus. Of course, there's only one reason for that. His number isn't actually 3. Santa's real number... 7. Would you be so kind as to modify my sister's equations?
Yeah, sure. 7 took the pen from a confused Clover and began to adjust her calculations. This is what you're getting at, right?
Oh my fucking god!
He read out the changes he'd made. When he finished, he looked at Snake. Snake smiled.
Thank you, that is exactly right, 7. Santa's true number wasn't 3. It was 0.
No way! I think I guessed this at one point.
You've
and
guessed...
honestly, he'd be right.
You've guessed Santa 0 for sure.
Huh.
And June was 9, not 6. Conversely, Santa was 0, not 3. Plus 3 and minus 3. They cancel one another out. Nothing appears out of order.
Santa was still playing by the rules of the notary game this whole time.
Precisely.
So you're saying Santa planned this whole thing?
I am not sure if he acted alone or not, but I think it is safe to conclude that he is 0.
I don't blame him.
If my hypothesis is correct.
Clover bit her lip. She seemed to be having some difficulty believing her brother's explanation. Junpei remained silent and thought.
Snake's hypothesis. Something doesn't seem right. June's bracelet being flipped. Even if that were possible, that would mean there are 2 number 9 bracelets. And if that's the case...
Alright, that's enough talking. Let's go, it's high time we went through that door.
Snake's hand does
We
look pretty
actually
big
going
there,
through
yeah.
it?
I will also say, what if Snake was 0 and this was just an incredibly wild play?
The insane play.
Guess there's still cards up in the air.
Mm-hmm. Door number 9 opened. They left through.
It's right there.
The dead was directly in front of them as they came through the door. Quickly, they scanned their bracelets.
In a fairness, though, I've had, like, a short list of people who I thought might be 0 based on, like, what I had picked up about the plot from, like, late game stuff, and it was, like, Snake was low-key at the top of my list for, like, a lot of it. Santa was the other, I think Santa was the other one that I was, like, and 7 would have been funny, but, like, And the others, like, I couldn't... Oh, you know who else was on my list, and I don't think I ever said it out loud because I was pretty sure that it wasn't true? Was June.
Ah.
I think you mentioned it relatively early on.
I think as like oh, the trustworthy girl. What if you're not trustworthy? That sort of hypothesis, I think,
and she
at the
was
time.
also just like such a great weird girl that like...
Yeah. And like the love interest character, like...
Yeah.
But like based on, like, I don't think I ever pegged Ace as being 0. But that's fine. Clover, I just wanted to go fucking feral. I just wanted her to pop off.
God.
I guess I
deserves to.
now that we're in the true ending,
know.
that at least one of the bad endings, you get to see Clover pop off a little bit.
I was like, someone give Clover a gun, and you were like, well, and I was like, hell yes.
Oh, God.
Here's the thing, it turns out I'm good at mystery novels.
Yeah.
I Who fucking knew?
Man, I can't wait to hear your playthrough of Umineko and hear you solve it in like chapter 2.
Yeah,
I have
they need
bad
the live
news.
reports.
I have bad news, which is I may have been spoiled for something accidentally by like a screenshot.
You think that? At least with
But
a story as big as that?
so long that I'm like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've said it
Yeah.
before, but there was a thing for me in Virtue's Last Reward that I had spoiled before playing it. And as I started playing, I was like, I must have misread that, because there's no way that that is true at all. That doesn't line up with anything here.
Yeah. This is such a common experience with these like adventure game, like mystery visual novel type things.
Alright, let's keep going. That's the Junpei line, technically. The end was a set of stairs leading down into the ship.
I think these stairs go to the bottom deck.
They leaned out and looked over the side. Looks dry.
Let's head down.
After deciding it was safe, they headed down the stairs. Before long, Junpei and his companions found themselves on the bottom deck. Yeah, we did not get to see Clover become an axe murderer. We'll probably go back and get that ending.
We still can.
We'll go back and get.
still can.
We'll go back and get the axe ending and the submarine ending.
All the endings will be ours.
Yeah, we can do the whole flowchart.
They turned left into another hallway, at the end of which they found another door. Hey, it's a... And of course, there was a symbol engraved over the keyhole. Looked like the sort of harpoon one would use to hunt fish, the kind with 3 prongs. Snake traced it.
This is the Neptune symbol. There must be a key around here somewhere. Now, if you were all demigods, who would your godly parent
I was
be?
trying to remember which hand Neptune upgrades in Belatro.
Oh my god.
I think it's one pair, or maybe it's 2 pair.
It's 1 pair. We definitely have to at least go back because there was that room on the second escape room that I decided not to go into at the last second. That one where you would have to make other people stay behind.
Yeah.
And
Door
you both were
3.
like, you both were like, I mean, you could do it now. And I was like, no, you know what? We'll save it for another run. And, you know.
So you never got to see
So we will.
Junpei be his full trickster mode.
Hell yeah.
Alright, anyway. Must be a key around here somewhere.
Oh, Mercury is 1 pair. Okay, I have to go. I am not going to go into the game and look it up. I only have
Dangerous.
the Uranus key card.
Clearly it wasn't going to open the door.
It's a different planet, plus it's the wrong kind of key. Oh, let's turn around and go back for now.
Yeah. After examining the door for a few more minutes, they gave up and headed back the way they'd come. Hey, another door. With a little more searching, they found a metal door. And a card reader this time. A symbol is engraved on the card reader.
It's the Uranus symbol. Actually, I'm sorry. Clover would say Uranus.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it again, but she would. This is the place.
He muttered to himself and slid the card through the reader. It beeped once, the light turned green. With a heavy metal groan, the door creaked open. The four of them looked at one another, nodded, and stepped through. The room they found themselves in was full of books.
Hey!
Hehehe.
Wow. No, sorry, hold on. Wow. It's totally full of books.
Also, we finally hit our true, dream escape room team. Because Clover's really good at finding things and brute forcing things, and also she's small enough she can fit into tight spaces. 7 is strong, so he can lift heavy things and get up high. And Snake is really smart.
And 7 has the instinct of let's go back to this later. So that's always useful. He's the guy who plays a video game and like leaves a save point every 10 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. Clover is the one who gets her game into a completely unplayable state because she's just been doing whatever she felt like was fun or cutest and ends up with like a completely unusable situation.
Oh my god.
And Snake has already read the strategy guide. And has opinions about the things it's wrong about. So there's so many I don't know where to look. It's almost like it was a library or something. Not the sort of library where large numbers of people came to read books. More the sort of library that was simply a place to store books. He felt a little overwhelmed by the sheer number of books, but Junpei did his best to speak with authority.
Alright, if we want to get through that door out there, we need the Neptune key. I say we split up and look for it. Okay.
Very well.
Sure thing.
Good. Let's get started then. We don't have a lot of time.
Alice sleeps in a small chamber past the forest of knowledge.
As he began his search for reasons he didn't fully understand, Junpei felt those particular words float through his mind.
You got adventure. Oh wait, yeah, it's an adventure now. I don't. Speaking of speaking of not having much time left.
Yeah, we should probably call it here. It's a work day. I don't think I have a whole escape room in me. I'm sorry, man.
Vibrating.
You can hear me just losing years off my lifespan.
We will
It's fine.
definitely
No,
come
I
back
know.
let's see, I don't believe we can do this weekend, but sometime during the week next week we will maybe finish the game. I remember the ending of this game is long, but I don't remember how long.
Well, yeah, do you want me to give an estimation?
Yes, please.
Okay, I'd say if we continue at the same rate, like of time slot, 2 to 3 more sessions.
Yeah. Because there's a lot. Yeah, we have a long... Yeah, because we have, like, several characters that explain their whole thing.
But if we end up scheduling a long one somehow, it could be shortened. But yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, if we have the time to schedule a longer one, like...
Yeah, we should do it.
Yeah.
We should do it.
Yeah, I agree.
I'll stay up late. I don't care.
Bucket. For $9.99, I would do anything.
We're in the middle of true ending, and I'm like rattling the bars of my cage. Let me out.
Yeah, these games always get you with that. You're like, okay, I'm clearly on the true ending. We're gonna find out how everything works. Let's see, I've already been playing for like 2 hours, and it's like 8 p.m. Let's just finish this out tonight. We can do it.
And then it's 4 a.m.
Next thing you know, it's 4 in the fucking morning.
And you're still not done, and you finally have to stop. And you come back, and there's still like 2 more hours after that.
This does work for me, because I do have to go in early tomorrow for a meeting that I forgot about until this morning. I'm not happy about it, but I'm like,
Yeah. And I should eat dinner.
Yeah. And I need
Damn,
to... Yeah.
Jacqueline!
I need to...
I got a nice pot pie in the oven. I'm quite excited. All right.
Jacqueline, I know you're in my time zone.
It's true.
Yeah, I'm over here on the West Coast. Be like, man, I need to go to bed in the next hour because I have to be up early tomorrow.
Listen, tomorrow's my day off. I can have an 11 p.m. dinner.
Hell yeah.
No, you're valid. You're valid. You're definitely valid. Me and PB over in the corner, like, we have to go to bed early, and Jacqueline's like, nah, I'm chilling.
I mean, my big mistake was I didn't do laundry over the weekend. It was like, I have to do laundry on Monday or it's not going to happen, so I had caffeine after work. And then knocked out a ton of laundry, felt really good, and then, didn't fall asleep till 11. Still had to be up at 5 the next day. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Well,
good luck to all of us, weekday warriors.
Meanwhile, my big mistake is accidentally scheduling something for our time slot. for our stream slot, so I can't even be like, oh, like we can go like. I mean, I could do after, depending on how long that runs. Like, I don't give a shit, but
All
like,
right.
I'm just going to see Evangelion the day after, like, and that's not until 4. So no, 3, because we have to. It's far away from us. But anyway, point is like I can stay up late.
Yeah.
All right.
But we can talk about that later.
Yeah, we'll
Yes.
talk about that later. I'm definitely willing to schedule a longer one. We'll just need to find the right time for it.
Yeah.
Good night,
All right.
everyone.
Good night, folks. Thanks for coming out tonight. Thanks for coming out.
Thanks for joining me on
kinda
this
weird
wild
time.
fucking ride.
For like, probably the most eventful. Maybe most
No.
eventful. We're not done yet.
We have so many. We have so much more.
And remember, don't pull a gun on June because it's not nice.
Yeah, I feel like